Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 7th. This week, you start off with the Three of Clubs, which is a really great card. It's a card of second chances, getting a second chance at something you missed, possibly the first time, getting a second chance at like a relationship, getting a second chance at a job, a business opportunity. It can even be spiritual. It could be a second chance at like a spiritual something that you're doing, like a spiritual practice or something. It's a really great card. It brings things back into our lives. And it's a pretty simple card to deal with as well, because usually there's a situation surrounding the card. So usually we lost out the first time because we did something wrong, or we didn't do something right, or we missed something the first time. So now if you experience a situation that seems like something old that you dealt with in the past, definitely just go the other way. Do whatever you didn't do, go the other direction. Do, whatever was different, that you didn't do the first time, and you'll have solved the problem under this card. Pretty straightforward. Like I said, it's a really great card to have for second chances at things. Next, you have the Five of Hearts. Great card of being very adventurous this week. A lot of you could even be traveling, going on vacation. Could even be traveling for like business or something like that. You could be traveling even to like learn something new. That comes up. Like you could be going on some sort of like retreat for work or something like that, where you're learning something new or going to some sort of conference or something. And it would be very positive. Five of Hearts represents a birth, birthing something new. So it could birth some like really positive ideas for you, some really nice ideas that help you out. So really like to see this. But it can also be a card of us needing to be more spontaneous and more adventurous. So if you're finding yourself stuck, if you're doing the same thing every single day, this card just says do something, do something different, do something crazy, shake up your life a little bit under this card, and you could experience something really great with this card. Next, you have the Queen of Diamonds. Very good card for finances as well. It's a card of trusting your intuition for finances, really. A lot of readers call the King of Diamonds the CEO, but I call the Queen of Diamonds the CEO because the King of Diamonds, I always say this, can make a lot of mistakes. He can make a lot of bad mistakes. He can do a lot of bad things, and he's very reactive. That can make him just go right downhill, and he can totally lose his business. When we think about CEOs today, even like, look at how many CEOs have made really bad decisions. They've had very successful companies only to have them absolutely collapse out from under them because they made reactive, bad decisions that they should have made. The Queen of Diamonds doesn't make those mistakes. She's a much better CEO. She trusts her intuition. So she's also able to make very quick decisions. So not only is she able to make those quick decisions in life, in general, but she's also able to add a little bit of intuition. So I would say that you need to develop that in all areas of your life, not just business, not just work, but in relationships, spirituality, in your health even. Health is popping up, by the way, so watch your health this week and focus on your health this week. But, make intuitive decisions that feel right for you, especially with health. I mean, people are always like, oh, what's the best diet? What diet should I go on? How should I eat? Really, I'm of the belief that diet should be more intuitive, like what feels right for you. When do you feel the best? Like, what are you eating when you feel the best? So, again, it's a message that's popping up about diet or something. So, maybe something you might want to look into this week about looking at your diet and what's best for you. Next, we have the Jack of Hearts. Jack of Hearts is a very interesting card. It's all about, number one, a lot of you could have an admirer, somebody who's interested in you this week. That would be nice. And it's also about needing to have more fun. Again, getting off that hamster wheel, not doing the same thing over and over again with that Five of Hearts. So this is a card of needing to have some fun. So try to do something fun and entertaining this week. And it's also about separating your mind, like separating your mind from what you're doing. I always say that, I personally, I go for 2 walks every single day, one in the morning, one at night. And it's a great time for me to just not think about anything, to zone out. And that's kind of when my best ideas come to me. And, a lot of people say they get their best ideas in the shower. And why is that? It's because you're really not thinking about much in the shower, right? You kind of can leave the whole entire world behind. You can totally separate. And that's what the Jack of Hearts wants you to do. It wants you to separate from all your worries and things like that. And it wants you to just separate. And that's when maybe some solutions will come to you with this card. And finally, you have the Seven of Spades. Internal fears that don't exist. So if you have any internal fears or have any fears about anything, just let those things go because they don't exist at all. That's the good news about this card. Is just fears, any fears you have right now don't exist. So looks like a great week. Thank you for watching and enjoy it.